Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's June 3rd. We're out here in the garden. Let's talk about what you can plant right now. Now, my garden's looking like a garden right now. Some of it's rough, some of it's not. If you can see over there, we've got some yellowing on these French beans I have. Some of them dropping all their leaves. Some of them still doing good. We've got squash here. Of course, our watermelons are coming on. Now, I'm a big love to show off watermelons. This year we're doing pretty good. We've got watermelons already forming. I don't know that this is the biggest one, but we have one hiding off in there coming on. I'm sure I'll have some watermelon for the 4th of July by the looks of it. But we're going to talk about what you can plant now. And some of these things that are growing, like the squash, even in up north where you've got shorter time. In fact, your squash might do better. Ours, the heat's going to knock us out. It's going to take a little bit more finesse to keep it going. But down here in the south, and you need to check the days to harvest on a lot of these things, because I'm going to tell you what grows good here. We're in 8B, and most of these will grow up in 7, no problem. I don't know when you start getting up further north when you start getting your first frost. So, but anyway, as you can see right here, we've got a row of green beans. These was planted 2-3 days ago. A lot of people ask on different Facebook groups to say, can I plant green beans? Well, yes, you can plant green beans. Now, when the heat comes on, they're not going to do as well, but we've still got a ways to go. These will do good. We've just planted this morning. We've got some cantaloupes here and another variety of cantaloupes here. I like to call this one muskmelon, but I say a muskmelon, a honeydew melon. This variety is green inside, which it's well, I wouldn't say it's a lot sweeter than the others. Homegrown cantaloupes, if you harvest them right, are a whole lot sweeter. But you can see we've got green beans here going, and these ones are really putting on. She picked yesterday, so they're a little slimmer, and these are going to start slowing down, but they're in there. But you can see the leaves starting to yellow. That's a sign they're not going to be that long. But like I say, green beans are perfect. Up here, we've got another round of squash. Yes, we did have a pretty good bit there. Now, we're not doing the farmer's market anymore. And she says, why are we planting this much squash? I said, you remember what happened to the other. We have a hard time with root knot nematodes, and we end up with powdery mildew or blight. So we've got another batch. We've got some zucchini here. We've got some yellow squash going. You can see my tomatoes are starting to look rough. I'm going to come out here and try to treat these with some baking soda and vinegar, see how that does. I've heard a lot about it. They're loaded up with tomatoes. We've been picking these things as they start to blush this year. But they are loaded up. We've got some empty beds, so we'll have to think about planting some more, but we've got a bunch of cucumbers here. This batch is just starting to form a little cucumber, so it'll probably be a few weeks before we pick any. But cucumbers are an excellent thing to put in right now. You can grow them on the ground if you got a lot of room, or you can trellis them up. Works great. Now, tomatoes, this variety here, as you can see, these things load up with tomatoes, and this is a semi determinant, so it does get a little bit taller, but it's first crop. When these start ripening, we're going to have tomatoes all over. But that's That's one thing you can plant. And what I've done is I've taken some suckers off these tomatoes, and I've got them ready to go in the ground. I'll get them in. Boy, when you look at these tomatoes, now that there is a nice sized tomato. But like I say, tomatoes, that's something you can do, especially down here. These ones here, when they start getting disease, they're going to start uh, dying back. We'll harvest what they have, and then we'll be uh, depending on these new ones. And these new ones, they're doing okay. Now I did about 20 of these, and I I really got uh, I wanted about 6, and looks like that's about all I'm going to have is 6 uh, little babies. I think I'll reposition this. That poor thing's not getting any light, but I'll get those in the ground and I'll start another batch. And if they don't turn red, you can go back and watch some of my videos. I'll definitely uh, have tomatoes a good bit through the winter. Now I don't recommend anything like uh, spinach. It's too warm for it. You can still grow carrots. I got this batch coming on. This is my batch of cilantro. Now, cilantro's going to bolt, and we'll go over here to the little greenhouse and give you a taste of what that looks like. It looks just like this. Once cilantro starts to bolt, its leaves start getting like more perforated. They're not solid like, and if I had some that was in between, I might could show you the younger. But anyway, now this is going to be coriander. Whenever you harvest or you buy coriander seed, it's going to put all these flowers, and it's going to put all those seeds on there. And so we kind of call it one name when it's not bolting and another name when it does. Now, uh, while we're in here, we'll talk a little bit about our celery. We've been growing celery every year for the past, I guess, 3 years. But this year we're going to do a little different. We're going to bring all these leaves up, and we're going to wrap these so we can grow it to look more like that celery you get in the store. Now let's go back in this. Now, if you're going to grow tomatoes from seed, you could still do that. You got enough time. You could grow cabbage. Now the thing about cabbage is it's much sweeter when it's grown in cold weather, but you can still grow it just fine. A lot of your greens, now these greens need to come in here and uh, they can spray them. I'm getting eat up, but we're not growing these. This is turnip greens here. We're growing these for the turnips. We're not growing them for the greens. And this is rutabagas here. They're just now starting to fill out. Some of these starting to form uh, rutabagas on there. Some of your herbs like uh, let's see something here. There we go. We'll get zoomed out. Some of your herbs like parsley. Parsley will do in the heat. Uh, it doesn't tend to bolt like cilantro, even though it looks a lot like it, and people kind of substitute a little bit for that. But parsley is a real good thing. Now, this is my older parsley. This is the next batch. We planted quite a bit here because we're going to end up uh, freeze drying some. You can grow uh, broccoli. Now, broccoli doesn't like the heat. It's uh, if you're going to grow it in warm weather, there's a little trick. Make sure you water it in the morning good, and water it mid-afternoon sometime 2, 4 o'clock, something like that. If you give it a lot of water, it won't bolt and it'll make you a nice big head. Won't be quite as big as your cool weather head, but it'll be a nice big head. So that's another thing you can plant. You still, if you're down south, you have enough time. If you hadn't planted any peppers, you can go ahead and plant some of those. If you want to grow watermelons, you got plenty of time for that. Late watermelons would be, you'd be planting them about now. I'm going to start another batch of them. I've got this area off on the side. I know it's going to be way more than I can eat, but I just want to have some so I can eat. Over here, we actually have some broccoli. This is the same variety that's over there. We've just started this, so when you say someone tells you can't grow it, it's too hot, that's not the fact. And up here we have our Filterkraut cabbage. Now this is our big one. Get about a 10, 15 pound head off it. My wife really likes the flavor, so we've got that in there. But there are so many things that you can grow right now, and if you want to grow, get out there and plant some seeds. Don't worry about it. If you want to do some pole beans, it's the ideal time. A lot of your, like your Christmas lima, or we call it down here the speckled lima, they'll take and make. They've got plenty of time. They'll grow up. If you want to plant okra, now's a good time. In fact, we might end up planting some more, just so when this starts getting kind of disease from stress from the heat, we'll be able to have some more coming on. Radishes, always a good time to plant radishes. It's a quick crop, doesn't take long, and then it's done and out. These here are just about finished. I've got some more down there that's a little bit behind them, and I've got these over here. These are definitely, they're liking the ground, but it's going to be a little bit before the radishes start coming on. But what I want to stress is put the seeds in the ground. Don't listen to everybody. Don't ask everybody. Look at how many days to harvest. Look at the first average frost date. And if you've got a good window between there, go for it. Anyway, I hope you like this short video. And of course, as always, if you want to see more, you know what to do. Give it a big thumbs up. That really helps my channel. And share this video for your friends.